What's up, y'all? We back at it. Welcome back to the channel into the new year. How y'all been? As you see, we are on 2K today. New series. In the top right, you see Seattle, not the Sonics, not the Supersonics, the Emeralds. When Adam Silver finally decided to add two teams, he added the Seattle Emeralds and Las Vegas Dealers. Obviously, we took Seattle, and you might be wondering why couldn't we be the Sonics? It was made the decision for people pushing so hard. Seattle can get a team back, trial run, but all the Sonics history stays with the Thunder. So we are a brand new franchise. We are not the Sonics of old. We are the Emeralds of the current and the future. That's why today we are here at the expansion draft. You ask, why does it say 2026? Because we simulated, as the Pacers, through an entire season. In the 2026, you have Nikola Jokic winning MVP, with which now, in real life, may not happen due to his injury. But on here, we started today before that injury happened. I think the day before. Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flag. I think he ended up averaging 20 a game. So the Spurs in their run of Rookies of the Year. Sixth man, Reed Shepherd for the Houston Rockets. He has stepped up big this year. Depoy, Victor Wembanyama. He got healthy and apparently played just enough games to win Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of years it will be a override, because I've been through several franchises where he's won like eight or nine straight. I will give it to who I think is best deserved. We'll go from there. Most improved, Neemias Queta on the Celtics, getting a lot of minutes this year. I think he's been a big reason the Celtics have stayed afloat and stayed pretty good team. Cade Cunningham, clutch player of the year. It's fine. I'm never gonna override that one. I'll never be like, no, I think so and so was. So whoever they give it to, I believe them. Most improved, maybe, because I don't agree necessarily with the bigger names, top overall picks getting quote unquote most improved. Lauri Markkinen, that one, he was a lottery pick, but that one I agree with. But when it's a later pick, they end up turning into the star player of the team, or guy gets traded and he hoops for his new team, leads the league in steals, a big jump, not just a second or third year jump. Well, Julius Randle, not second or third year, but I don't know. It's a weird one. And then your All NBA teams. The big one though, the Timberwolves take down the Thunder 4 games to either 1 or 2 in the West Finals, to then in 5 games take down the Detroit Pistons with Anthony Edwards winning Finals MVP, staking claim to maybe he is the face of the league, and maybe he just so happened to have a father who played in the 90s. But that's neither here nor there. We will now get into... we got the second. With the first pick, the Dealers select Michael Porter Jr. Why the Nets didn't protect him, I don't know. So now that we are in the draft, though, we will not be taking maybe Paul George, DeJounte Murray. We won't be taking Jeremy Grant, Miles Turner, Jordan Poole, DeAndre Hunter, Aaron Nesmith, anyone in the 80s. And I might allow myself to take one at the end of the draft. It'll be Paul George if he's still there. That's just because he is one of my favorite players. But we have to get former lottery picks who... Oh, he wasn't even a lottery. He's a second rounder. well, this is more for free agents, but former lottery picks who, didn't live up to, you know, lottery pick status. If they're not in the 80s, if they're like a 74, 75, we'll do it like that. But maybe I thought that was gonna be Andrew Wiggins. It's Aaron Wiggins. But they can't be higher than like a 75, maybe one or two 76 overall players. But we want guys who just weren't getting minutes. Like Jeremy Grant, heavy minutes for the Trailblazers. They just don't want to pay him. We're getting guys who, float between the G League and the regular team. Why did they not resign, or why did they not protect Rasheer Fleming? And honestly, if it's people I consider to be a team's one of their young building pieces, if they leave them, that's fair game, I feel like. But yeah, we're not taking, man, okay, so usually when you do these, people leave some pretty big names unprotected. Why are these in red? Player option, maybe? No, Miles Turner's not in red. I'm not sure. But it'll make more sense as we get to free agency. We are on restrictions. We cannot sign anyone over an 80 overall for our first 3 seasons. As punishment, per, the league office, we are not to sign anyone over an 80 overall. Drafting is fine. We have no draft restrictions. Obviously, as an expansion, the two teams start with, I think it's the 5 and 6 pick. I think we got 6. I'm not sure. But I know it's a lot, a lot of blah, 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 blah. But a guy like Jaden Hardy, bucket getter in high school, went to the G League at night, and then, just never really got a chance to shine in Dallas. His bird 36s are pretty nice. He might be our first pick. We're gonna stick with young players, but it'll kind of come more into form the farther we get. But yeah, first pick in Seattle Emeralds history is going to be Jaden Hardy. We have to have a bucket getter. All right, and now, they take their picture away. I don't like that. For our second pick, I kept hovering over him. Ooh, do I go Rasheer Fleming? Or do we get a play? We can probably get him. With our second pick, it's another bucket getter. I'm not going to lie, we're going to rely heavily on offense and athletic ability. I want to be able to get up and down the floor. I see my next 2 picks already. Jordan Poole, we're going to go Terrence Shannon Jr. I'm giving him the runway. And we're going Rasheer Fleming. We are going to have an athletic team. We might not be able to score very many points. It looks like we might have to go center in the draft because I watched him play. So this is being recorded the day after the Clippers. And who did they play last night? I was so tired. I just had a game on. But Kawhi ended up going pretty well nuclear again. I say once you start getting older, you forget things very easily. Utah, that's right. Because Kyle Filipowski and YKN, they were going at it. Yeah, Kawhi had 45, and they ended up winning by 17. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. Not a Clippers fan, more of I grew up a Bulls fan. I like the Timberwolves because I always liked Kevin Garnett. And then I grew up watching Ricky Rubio and Kevin Love and Nikola Pekovic. And, I've always liked the Rockets too. Tracy McGrady and Carmelo were my 2 favorite players growing up. I started off as a Nuggets fan, then I didn't really care for anyone they liked. I didn't really care for anyone they had once they traded Melo. And I didn't like the Knicks. Never going to like the Knicks. All that being said, we're drafting the big man from the Clippers. Uh, didn't really come into the draft with a plan. I just know I needed shooters, need some guys with decent size. Oh, he could slide over to center, and we could put him on a very strict put weight on diet. Noah Penda's okay. I like Bobby Clinton. I might come back to that one. I like Adu Thiero too. And then I want to go Vince Williams as well. And I think I am going to cap us at 75 because if you watch that game last night, Brian Sensabaugh was going at people. He is a bucket. The Jazz need to start giving him more minutes. Ooh. You know, I like Cam Jones. So he's a decent defender. Sion James honestly would have been perfect. Catch and shoot off the bench, phenomenal defender. But I think that's going to be part of it. We're going to cap it at 75. Who do I want to go first? I'm going to go Vince Williams. Because I think the dealers could potentially take him. Oh, there goes Paul George and Aaron Nesmith. Okay. I don't. Oh, that's right. After this, I have to go see. Yeah, the Rockets and Mavericks. Oh, who did they send? I forget. All right, so point guard is going to have to be filled out in free agency. Y'all should get punished for leaving him. But. Oh, I didn't think about me picking people. I wasn't going to be able to pick other people. I'm going to go because I want Thiero because he's a good defender. I'm saying we can work on the catch and shoot. Center is going to be filled in the draft and free agency. Noah Penda, I don't think is supposed to get very many minutes. Defensive Demon is a cool build name, and I do like Jonathan Isaac, but I want to have a young team. I say if that hasn't been too terribly obvious up to this point. I say, and maybe we can do one vet pick. Like, I would like to have someone over the age of 30 on my team, but right now my only options are Clay, Sam Merrill, and I will score 40 a night with Clay. So I don't want to do that. But someone like Dorian Finney-Smith, who's more of like a defender, could be our one like quote unquote vet pick. Make sure. Okay, he's a Hawk. He's a Piston. So I think we should be good. Ooh, I do like Julian Phillips. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dorian Finney-Smith. He is our one vet. And then I'm gonna go Julian Phillips. Yeah. Because I didn't see anyone else on the Bulls in there. Jovic and DeAndre Hunter. Have they picked a guard? Oh, these are killing me. But you know what? Rules is rules. We got to stick to them. All right, and then if all else, I can have him be backup center. And I want Bobby Clinton because I've seen him run the floor, and he's a solid defender all around. So I would like Bobby Clinton. Oh, and the dealers do go Bryce Sensabaugh. Ooh, and Luka Garza. Okay. Oh, that one's gonna burn me. Ooh, Trey Mann. Honestly, could be a good bench scorer at least in year one, maybe year two. I say with our strict rules of nobody over 80. Zeke Najee's okay. I don't like Trace Jackson Davis as an Illinois fan. I just don't like him. I don't know why. I don't know. I just never cared for him. Jalen Pickett can shoot. and there's Hunter Tyson. I cannot go after Julian Champagny, which, oh man, he's going to be big for the Spurs these next couple years. And I don't know what the red. Oh, okay. Has only a player option year remaining on the contract if they choose to decline. Oh, okay. Honestly, might not be the worst thing ever. Hmm. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Yabusele with the expectation that he. I wish they just stopped it at 13, seeing as the draft is coming up and you have a first and second rounder. But yeah, I'm gonna pick him with the expectation that he declines that. All right, NBA draft. I want Darren Peterson. Also, another punishment. Of just being too new. They can go AJ DeBanza. Interesting. They usually do. I think he'll go here. No. Nada Mint. Please don't be Darren Peterson. They go AJ DeBanza. He's going to learn behind DeMar. I say, and the rule is we cannot trade up. Oh, he goes to Utah. Well, they did just lose a scorer in Bryce Sensabaugh, and they have Keontae George already. Damn. Yeah, that him slipping to 4. Ooh, Michael Brown Jr. Interesting. All right, so who do we got? All right, so I think Jaden Quintance can be a big man, 100%. Watching him come back from injury. Also, I scouted a few in the first round, and then a few where I could be picking in the second round. I tried to scout people I was curious about, and then some people I knew I think Kingston Flemings will be there in the second round. And he is 100% a first round talent. So right now I'm actually stuck between. I wish I had more scouting on all three, but only being able to do the pre-draft workout kind of hurt. Did we find out their potential? We did. Code Pete has a B plus. Elijah Arenas has an A minus, but he starts out with a torn left MCL. I think I'm gonna go. Because I don't think C plus is accurate. Even if I don't pick him, I'm probably going to go update that because I think he has the potential to be very dominant. He can shoot. So can Koa Pete. What do I do? Okay, so let's see. Because he's a small forward, power forward, I'd probably decide going into the season where I'd like to have him play. I also like Jalen Harrelson. So we'll do this. At small forward, the only other person I'd really consider is Carter Knox. And like I said, maybe Jalen Harrelson out of Notre Dame. I say it sucks all of them being at 0. Still by this. I say he won't be there. My second round pick. That's like quote unquote Luka 2.0. Isaiah Evans is okay. Does it have like their stats? Attribute stats. Which that doesn't really tell you much. It's, random college numbers basically. But yeah, Carter Knox, Jalen Harrelson maybe, Isaiah Evans if he slips. Is there a power forward? Quentin's. Ooh, Caleb Wilson is kind of low. say, but we'd either have to overdraft him here or hope he falls to the second. And I'd rather that happen. But Bryson Tiller and Kareem Lopez are also solid options. He's okay. I say then, yeah, you got like some college vets in here. Rose Johnson would be horrible. I really like Chris Sinak. But Koa Pete being here. At center, I really wouldn't. I mean, I'd go maybe Malachi Moreno. He's really slow. So, like, yeah. Same with Ade Mara. Maybe take a shot on the dude out of France in the second round. I think that's what we are going to do. Darius Reed is 23. I thought he was younger than that. We're going to go Koa Pete and try and get a big man in the second round. All right. Kind of curious. Oh, Caleb Wilson goes at 7 to the Wizards. Okay. Respect it. It's like, to kind of finish out the lottery here, Tunde Yusufu to the Pelicans. Interesting. So they get a big wing. Dame Sarr to the Rockets. Okay. Yeah, I'd say a guard, maybe a wing. LeBaron Philon. So 2 people we were deciding between. There he goes, Chris Sinak to the Bucks. I think that'll be a good fit. Depending on, I forget how long Miles Turner signed for. But yeah, being able to stretch the floor a little bit next to Giannis will be good. And then, Braylon Mullins with the torch out of UConn going to Atlanta. And the rich get richer with Elijah Arenas with the A- potential. Love to see that. Malik Thomas to the Mavericks, and then we'll finish with the Grizzlies pick right here. Isaiah Evans. And you know what? As a Bulls fan, I want to see 17. Hans Steinbach to the Grizzlies. Oh, it's the first trade of the draft at pick 17. Interesting. Can I see it? Kyle Kuzma and AJ Green for the 17th overall pick and a 29 first rounder. Man, if the Bulls aren't just the Bulls, that made me sick. All right, Kingston Flemings is there. And now we have a decision because do I think... did my guy go? I think he did. Wait, nope, he's right here. Do I think he will be in free agency after the draft? Or do I think I can find an under 75 over... yeah. Kingston Fleming, honestly... Hold on. Is this potential in here? Only a C. And you know what? We have a lot of guards. I'm going to go Diakite. Probably saying that wrong. Yeah, no scouting at all. Average 14 and 7 and 3 somewhere in France. Thomas Law would be cool, but he's already 23, which isn't old. But like, being an Illinois fan, I know he's not super duper athletic. Like, he's average athletic. While he does provide, a little more size, like Diakite is only 210. I'm gonna take him, and we're gonna put him on a diet. So, okay. This is not a lottery pick. I'm in the second round. Well, hopefully he's good. Oh, I should have paid attention. Cohen Carr was still there? That one hurts. I didn't want Mara. Silas Demery, he's okay. I saw Tagovailoa. He'll be good. Ooh, Bryson Tiller. Okay, and Kingston Flemings goes to the Wizards at 44. That was really what I wanted to see. Who are the Thunder fixing to make an All-Star? Ooh, Billy Richmond. They actually might. All right, so honestly, a good draft. I feel like we left with some decent talent. We get Kova Pete at pick 6. He was a 75. Ooh, and Caleb Wilson was a 77. That is, that is kind of how that works, when you don't have as much scouting done. He'll probably be 73, 74 once he's healthy. Sanak was also a 75. And Quaintance was a 76. Didn't end up going till 17. The pick the Bulls traded. Interesting. Honestly, yeah, this first round makes sense. Carter Knox jumped into the first round. I saw him in the second round on Baba Miller into the first round. Those are people I generally was seeing in the second round. Okay. Todd Pettiford goes at 26 to the Timberwolves. Honestly, I like that pick for them. Keaton Wagler. Did have to add him to the draft class. I think he's in. I've seen a lot of places saying he will end up being a first rounder. Like right now, he's projected, I want to say, late lottery. But added him late, so not really very many teams saw him. He ends up being a 70 going to the Trailblazers. Not bad. Is that Jasper Johnson? Good pick. That, I guarantee that's going to hurt. Flemings is a 73. Where's my pick? He's a 68. That hurts because I like Flemings, and I forgot all about Wagler. It's a few higher overalls. Well, that could come back to haunt us. We'll see. Hopefully he can be good. I say we're going to go ahead and get through free agency. Ooh, that's a big contract. 2 years, 131. I did turn the budget off. I want as much craziness as possible to happen. We are going to accept Vince Williams. And Julian Phillips. Ooh, do I want him? I am going to let him walk. That's probably stupid. Ooh, we see a lot of big declines. And DeAndre Ayton. A lot of people. It's going to be an interesting free agency. That is for sure. Thankfully, we do not have any qualifying offers. I don't have to deal with any of that. So, not as exciting as it looked, but definitely. All right, so, and this first offseason, we're going to stick with the below 75. Like, I would love to go get an Andre Drummond, Mr. Robinson, Robert Williams. Nope. We gotta stick with 75 and below. If Day'Ron Sharpe was a little bit taller, I would do it. But he's not a little bit taller. Centers who are 6'9" just don't fit well. Trying to find somebody with some youth up here. Could, and this is kind of what I was alluding at, former lottery picks. I'm going after James Wiseman. I say this was one of the people I had in mind. The other one was Markelle Fultz. I say if I go to point guard, but I mean if we're going former high school all-star, I mean Mac McClung too. But yeah, former number one. I could do Ben Simmons, but I think he's like a 76 or 77. I'm gonna go after Markel Fultz. I'm gonna give him 2 years. And then I'm also doing Sharif Cooper. Also on 2 years. Go 305. So that is it for day one. I could go Lonnie Walker. But I think I want to give as many opportunities as I can to the guys we drafted. I don't really see. Ooh. Could do Cam Reddish. 10th overall pick. Just never could seem to put it together. I think that is going to be our last person. Is there anything you excel in that I can... Perimeter defense. All right, go and search by perimeter defense if we aren't at the top. All right, so we bring all three of them in. And, ooh, like an Io to soon move would be perfect. Jonathan Kuminga. If I want to go straight up defense, I could bring in Matisse Thybulle. Let me for sure get Cameron Reddish. I'm going to get 2 years out of him. 305. Can I look at my roster? Don't want to look at that yet. Because what we're also going to do is... You're gone. Honestly, we might not even keep Dorian Finney-Smith. No, we need a vet. I need a vet. Excuse me. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade him back to the Bulls for a second rounder. Apparently in 2028. Does it make sense? No. But it will. Maybe. Maybe not. Ooh, and I would love Kevin Porter Jr. Bro, he is thriving for the Bucks this year. Or Cam Thomas, I say an elite scorer at this point. Who are his offers? Back to the Rockets, back to the Bucks, or to the Pistons. Interesting. I was going to go after Matisse Thybulle. That's who it was. Because, yeah, I already made him an offer. Did I miss it? Did Matisse Thybulle just sign with somebody? Nope, not post. Perimeter. Ah, there he is. Man, I just kept going over him. Yeah, we'll go 1 year. Even that out. All right, we got everybody we wanted. I think. Yeah. Bringing in 5 people potentially. Oh, he's 77. 75 Lonzo Ball. And 75 Keon Ellis. I'm very high on Keon Ellis. I think he's going to be good. Lonzo is another one. Could rehab his... He's already 28, though. We'll leave it be. All right. So we are out of the moratorium into official free agency. And we go... James Harden is leaving LA for the Nuggets. This happens every time. Austin Reeves is going to the Rockets. Trae Young to the Spurs. Generally, they like people that play good defense, so that one doesn't make sense. Jalen Duren back to the Pistons. I think he was restricted. Kristaps to the Lakers. LeBron has retired, along with pretty everyone you see in the first year of retirement were there. Kessler's back to the Jazz. I Heart also goes to the Lakers. Interesting. DeAndre Ayton also to the Pistons with Jalen Duren. All right. Benedict Mathurin back to the Pacers. Kelly Oubre and Tobias Harris back to the 76ers. Ooh, Rui goes to Dallas. PJ Washington goes back to Dallas, who I think they just signed, honestly, to something similar to that. Tari Eason said, I'm leaving Houston. I want to put more shots up in Brooklyn, who just lost Michael Porter Jr., so there is shots available. Corey Kispert also goes to the Nets. We signed Matisse Thybulle. Ousmane Dieng goes back to the Thunder. And then we also pick up James Wiseman, Cam Reddish, Sharif Cooper, and Markel. And Mario St. Superi, I guess, goes to the Clippers. Yeah, we're going to let him go, renounce rights. And we have 18 people. We are going to have to cut some people. I say, but we will be able to do it after progression happens. And we'll just look at the dealers as the only other team. Michael Porter Jr. does go down 2. AJ Mitchell up 1. Jordan Poole up 1. Miles Turner down 1. Oh, so okay, yeah, the Bucks know what they're doing. Jimmy Grant down 2. Paul George down 3. DeAndre Hunter stays the exact same. Sensabaugh goes up 3. Jeremy Sohan, 76. Would have loved to have Jeremy Sohan. I don't know why, one of my favorite players, just because he can kind of do a little bit of everything. He goes up 3. Neesmith goes down 2 at 26. What? With A- potential. That's weird. Mikael Brown just drafted. Schroeder stays the same. Garza stays the same. They drafted the big man out of Italy. Ooh, Myron Gardner hit with the weird -28 that start the day happens sometimes. Oh, they picked up. Ooh, that's a good one. I respect that. Gonna have to change his hair. I thought I did. He definitely cut it all off. But for us, Jaden Hardy goes up 4 to a 77. AJ Johnson goes up 3 to a 76. Trey Mann to a 76 as well. Pinda to a 76. Dorian Finney-Smith does go down 2. Kobe Pete just drafted. Thybulle stays a 75. You think it would go up a little bit at least. Terrence Shannon up to a 74. Vince Williams down to a 74. Rasheer Fleming's up to a 74, along with Adu Thiero. Wycan to a 73. Bobby Clement to a 72. And Diakite is a 68. Oh! Cam Reddish hit with the -20. And Wiseman with the -26. And Markel. And Sharif Cooper. So it looks like we are probably going to have to let each one of them go. Well, that sucks. I was looking forward to rebuilding their careers. Nah, I'm not going to go through Summer League. I thought about, trying out our new guys, but take a look, see if they look any different. Marcus McCollum, 88 overall. What? They just got a hooper up there and interesting. Going to Vegas. First year they got a team. And then we will load. You see this firsthand. If you're curious what draft class I used, oh, that's always fun. Not the DNS error. I guess we are going to end that one right here then. I say because if it's not going to load, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Oh, there it goes. All right. So yeah, the Joda Kelmer 2026 is what I used. And because I'm probably, while they only have like a few people, I'm going to go ahead and do, all the ones he has. So we are moving to the 2027. I said we'll go through the Hoop Summit. I am going to Simcast so I can see, who we should maybe target. And I don't know which one is which. World beats USA. Oh. Tyron Stokes is in this class. Christian Collins. Nicholas Kamenia. Caleb Holt. Oladotun. Jason Crow Jr., who has over 4,000 points in high school, which is crazy. Bruce Branch. Jordan Smith. DJ Wagner. Xavier Booker. Caleb Gaskins, I could remember his first name. Brandon McCoy Jr. didn't play. What? Along with Cameron Williams, Anthony Thompson. I don't know if it's the Thompson twins' younger brother. I don't think so, but he is built like identical. And then Aaron Bradshaw, big dude out of Memphis. He's going to be good. And then, Elliot Cadeau didn't play. Interesting. Who? This is one of the guys I'm targeting. Mika Mernon. He's going to be a dog. Is this? It's a wing out of France. There's one. Please tell me that is Taj Ariza on the world team. Like he ain't grow up in California. Let's say on kid. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, big dude coming to Auburn. He'll be good. And then that guy. And then, yep, we have 18 currently. So this sucks. Markel. I could have seen, what all got dropped, where they were at. But instead of that, we're gonna let them go. And maybe we'll find somebody, because I think now we have one open spot. Nah, this is KD's last season. No. I mean, good for us, but because I was hoping to at least get like a couple years in. Maybe we bring Kevin Durant back to it all started, but he's retiring already. Dang. Why is the whole first week NBA Cup games? So we do start out as the worst team because, Las Vegas didn't have the same restrictions we did. Since they hold Summer League, they were allowed to go after the bigger players. Whereas we are a disgruntled city who just wanted a team again. But we have youth on our side, and hopefully we're a good team. That is the main goal. But if you think you're going to enjoy this series, leave a like on it. I greatly appreciate it. I think it's going to be a fun series. And I hope y'all have Happy New Year. Here's to a good 2026. I'm going to catch y'all later, and I'm up out of here. Peace.